Hi, I'm Roger from Holistiplan, and I've got a couple new things I'd like to show you, new in the last couple weeks. So first of all, in tax report, I'm going to scroll down here, and you may have noticed Schedule C and Schedule E, something people have asked for a long time. When are you going to read in Schedule C and E? We have started doing that. And so in Schedule C, that actually drives some of the observations in the observation section. I'm not going to go over those today, but you'll see new sections as well. And essentially all we're doing here is the same thing we've been doing with Schedule B all this time, which is just list out what the client has. Because sometimes there's surprises in here. I have certainly had, especially on the Schedule E side, issues where a new client comes in or one who's been with us for a number of years and where did this random limited partnership investment come from on Schedule E? It's like, oh yeah, my brother-in-law sold that to me or whatever it is. And so that's helpful because that allows us to know what are some of the investments that might be held away that are outside of our management that we need to know about that either have tax implications or allocation implications. So there they are, Schedule C and Schedule C income sources. You'll see that Schedule E will break out each of the three sections. It could be real estate and royalties, a partnership or S corp, or then estates and trusts. Now, in this example, I've got all three of those, but unlikely to have all three in every case. So that's new. Schedule C and E, starting to read those in. So take a look at that. Next, I want to show you, let me switch over to scenario analysis. So new in scenario analysis is what we're calling, I don't know, the recipe drawer, maybe we'll call it something like that. But essentially, it allows, if you need help with something, how do I model X, Y, or Z? That's a lot of times something people would write into the support organization with. This allows us to kind of put something out there. Let me just pick one. Donor Advised Fund. This allows us to put out there just a cookbook sort of version of how you would maybe not only just model it, but what's a way to model it in a way that is useful for going through it with the client. So in the example of here, I brought up Donor Advised Fund. That's a situation where typically we're grouping itemized deductions into 1 year versus another and taking the standard deduction. Well, a good way to present that to the client is you got to show them 2 years. Like, here's the example of you itemizing in 2 years, and then here's the example of you taking the standard and itemizing in alternating years, and look at the total taxes across those 2 years in both cases. So that's an example of just like not just how do you model it in the system, but how do you model it in a way that's useful for describing the strategy to a client. We've got some, what do we've got? 5 or 6 in there right now, but those are easy for us to add. So I'll tell you what, if you're seeing this and you're like, I found a really brilliant thing that I'm doing in scenario analysis that other advisors might benefit from, let us know and we'll just add to this library as we go. We've got a list of common questions that come into support, so we'll be adding them in as we go. But if there's something that you're like, man, Holistiplan should really have this because it would really help this group of advisors, or it would help me or people in my firm, let us know, and we'll just be adding to this list as we go. If you see a mistake or something you think we ought to change, do that too. This is a resource for everybody to help us all deliver richer financial planning to more clients. So the more we can build up this recipe book, the better it is for everybody. 2 new things that we've added to the system recently. I think it's gonna just make it a little bit more user-friendly, a little bit richer in terms of what we can do for our clients. So we're happy to roll that out and happy to share it with you. Thank you.